Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video in which we will talk about crypto news. Alright, and not just a boring crypto news video. No, we'll talk about crypto news events happening soon when you're watching this video, because I'm pre-recording this video for when I'll be on vacation. But at the point of time that you're watching this, these news events are still very relevant, and I still think that you can make a profit out of them, all right? At least potentially, and that's why I wanted to share it with you. Therefore, I think it's also valuable for you because this is not only news you need to know, it's also real trade opportunities. So let's get right into it. All right, we'll talk about 3 news events. Well, it's kind of from like the first one we'll talk about, I think has the most potential, and the second one has some potential but is a little bit smaller as a coin. And the third one has quite a lot of potential as well, but in terms of price movements, it's going to be hard. But the first big event we'll see is that CZ, the former CEO from Binance, is probably being freed in September. All right, and that's in general, that's being seen as something positive for crypto. But what I think is even more interesting, and we're going to get quite specific, but this is what you need to know. What he is likely to do after he is released is work on his new company. And if you don't know his new company, it is something like this. He has launched some sort of an education project for kids. This is an older tweet. He posted a little bit more about it afterwards. And what we have already seen in the past is that one coin named Open Campus /edu, which is a Binance Labs invested education project, actually rallied before when CZ actually talked about this. All right, I think it was back in May, or it was back right here, somewhere in April. So we already know that this coin tends to do relatively well when there's news about not only CZ and Binance, but also his endeavors. So I think this, like for me, this is a coin I will almost certainly buy somewhere in the middle of August, because I'm pretty sure when CZ gets free and he starts to work on that project again and he starts posting about it, I'm pretty sure we'll see a good move out of this. All right, who knows how much? I would aim for 100%, but I would be happy with a 50% move. Depends on how you time it. But this is by far, like when we're talking about all of these news events, this is by far the one I think that has most potential. All right. So that's the first news event, and keep a tab on it. All right. You have to do that yourself as well. It might be a little bit early to buy right now, but it's definitely something you need to watch. Second one is Dusk. All right, if you don't know Dusk is a relatively big RWA project, which already makes it more interesting, and it also has some great support by some good market makers. Has some good backers, as you can see, in terms of investors. So that's already, like, this is a decent project. All right, has an $80 million market cap, solid volume always. But what's happening is their mainnet is launching. All right. Now, I'm not 100% sure when it was again. They showed it somewhere right here. I might just be completely blind. But this is happening somewhere in the beginning of September, I believe. I mean, it used to show it right here. I'm not sure when it's happening, but I believe it was somewhere in September. I'll still keep a tab on that. I mean, in general, what you can do is you can go to CoinDar, which is a great website, by the way, to find cryptocurrency news. CoinDar, so that's CoinDAR. And let's look at Dusk, see if we can find this. So yeah, September the 20th it is. All right, so that's a big catalyst. It's a big update. That in combination with the backing that Dusk has. And if you don't know, I mean, Dusk has seen some big moves in the past as well. It regularly moves up like 20-30%, also with the help of those market makers. I think that's a perfect storm to actually get a good move. All right, with this move, I would say this has a little bit less potential, but nonetheless, it is a big event. Probably when the markets are warming up again, and that in combination with Dusk already being an RWA project and therefore already being interesting, I think this is definitely something you need to watch, and you can also make some profits on. So that's it. And if you want to know more about this, just like I said, go to CoinDar, look up Dusk, and you can find this event and you can find out what it is technically about. And then the third one is actually a pretty big one, or at least it's about a pretty big coin, because it's about Polygon, all right, which is well, formerly in the top 20 in terms of coins. But what's happening September the 4th, so that's already a little bit closer to the current date when you're watching this, is they're changing, or at least they're converting Matic into Pol, which there has already been a ton of news in the last year about this happening and what it means, etc. But this finally happening, I do think, is a big event, at least for Polygon. Now, the one thing I don't necessarily like about this, like, this is a big event, right? This is a big event. It means something. They're streamlining their network, and this also has some other bullish elements. So this is definitely bullish news. The thing is, what I think is a little bit tricky is that Polygon / Matic, in terms of price movement, has been absolutely horrendous. All right, we're down like we're down lower even than last year. It's not doing great. So therefore, I would say when we're talking about these three projects, I would say this one actually has the least potential. I would really wait for some sort of momentum to kick in with this before I would buy. While with Dusk and with Edu, I think you can just accumulate or DCA before you actually see momentum. With Matic, I would wait for that confirmation. Nonetheless, big news, need to know about that, and you can potentially make some with it. But those are my thoughts, all right? Those are 3 news events I think you need to know in the next month, 2 months, something like that. If you do have any questions, anything, let me know down in the comments, of course. I will try to keep you updated on these. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.